everyone, welcome back to this session of English. In this session, we are going to discuss previous year questions of the chapter Verb. Now, this is part 3 where we are going to discuss previous year questions based on non-finite verbs. Well, these are not actually PYQs. In fact, these are the questions which are similar to those questions which have already appeared in IBPS clerk examination. So you can say that these are practice questions based on IBPS clerk examination, which are related to non-finite verbs. So in this session, we are going to discuss 25 questions related to IBPS clerk examination based on non-finite verbs. Friends, we have already read this chapter in our earlier sessions. So in this session, we are just going to discuss these 25 questions related to non-finite verbs where these concepts will be revised. Also, we are going to discuss solutions to these questions in detail so that you can revise non-finite verbs again. Friends, non-finite verbs are those verbs or those words that look like verb, but they do not perform the function of the verb. That is, they do not perform action, they do not show the possession, and they do not show the state or being of anything, but they look like verb. So let's begin these questions. Before starting questions, let us discuss the directions, or let us read the directions related to these exercise. So we will get the help how to solve these questions. Read this sentence to find out whether there is an error in it. It means a sentence will be given to us in which some parts have been divided. Now what we have to do, we have to read that sentence carefully and we have to look for the error, that which part contains the error, because these are spotting errors based on non-finite verbs. So the error, if any, will be in one part of the sentence. Also, there is a thing that these are spotting errors. There, some sentences will be given to us of which some parts have been done. Now, what we have to do, we have to look for that particular part only that contains the error, and it is clearly given to us that only the error will be in one part only. We should not say that this part and that part also contain error. There will be only error in the one part only of the sentence. The number or the alphabet, or the letter corresponding to that part will be our answer. If the given sentence is correct as it is, mark the answer as no error. It means if the sentence is entirely correct, it is absolutely correct, there is no error in it. So there will be an option given to us that is no error and that we have to mark. Ignore the errors of punctuation. It means if there is any grammatical error, especially related to non-finite verbs, that we have to mark. And if there is any punctuation error, we should ignore it. Now let us begin these questions. The first question is, before he let us go, he made us to promise not to tell anyone what we had seen. Now, whenever we use the word let, or we use the word make, or we use the word bid, or we use the word need, or dare. Now, what we do, or we use the word see. Now, these are the words that are always followed by bare infinitives. And bare infinitives means any word that is verb first form, but before that we are not using to. Basically, there is a word that is infinitive, that means 2 plus verb 1, but bare infinitive means verb 1 without 2, or you can say the first form of the verb without 2. So here, as the sentence is before he let us go, so let us go. For example, I say let me go, that is fine. But if I say let me to go, that will be incorrect. So up to this part, the sentence is absolutely correct. He made us to promise. Now, he made us to promise. Also, I told you that if there is any form of make, after that as well, we cannot use to. We can only use verb first form. It means that should also be followed by bare infinitive. So here this to word or to preposition is incorrect. Therefore, our answer is in part B, where we should remove to. So here we should answer that is remove to. So the answer will be he made us promise. So this will be the correct sentence. So B is the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. You need not to ask for permission. You can use it whenever you like. So here it is written you need not. I just have told you that whenever we have need as a modal, so in case of need, there can be two situations. Need can be used either as the main verb or the modal. So if it has been used as a modal, what we do, we have two possibilities. Either the sentence is positive or the sentence is negative. If the sentence is positive, we can use to. For example, I need to take rest. But if the sentence is negative, it means if the word is written like need not. Now, in this case, what we do, we only use bare infinitive, that is first form without to. So here we do not use to. In fact, we use verb first form. So need not is basically followed by bare infinitives, whereas need can be followed with by an infinitive. So in this sentence, yet it is written you need not to ask. So this to word is incorrect. It should be removed from here. So this preposition to should be removed. So the correct sentence will be you need not ask for permission. You can use it whenever you like. So need not go there, need not ask, need not do this. So in this manner, we can use the phrase need not. Now let us move to the next one. Now this is question number 3. After walk for 3 hours, we stopped to let the others catch up with us. Now, whenever we have any preposition, now what we do, whenever we have any preposition, it is always followed by verb with ing or verb plus ing. Well, this we call verb fourth form as well. So any preposition, it is always followed by verb plus ing. It means if we have a preposition and after that if we have a verb, it should be followed by, it should be in ing form only. It means if we have a verb just after the preposition, it should be in ing form only. But if the preposition is to, now this is an exception. If the preposition is to, it is followed by verb first form, that is called infinitive. So if there is any preposition, it should be followed by verb plus ing. But if it is to, if the preposition is to, it should be followed by verb first form. So in this case, after is written, which is exactly a preposition, and after that we have a verb, that is walk. So it should be in ing form only. So this walk is incorrect. Instead, it should be walking. So here walk should be replaced with the word walking. And the answer is A part. Now let us move to the next question. Now this is question number 4. Don't let Jiansh to play with scissors in case he cuts himself. Again, the same thing happens whenever we have the word let, it should be followed by a bare infinitive, that is infinitive without to. It means we should not use to, we only use verb first form. But here we can see let Jiansh to play. So this to play is incorrect. Here to is incorrect. It should be don't let Jiansh play. So this to is incorrect. Therefore, error is in part B where this to is incorrect. So remove to. What we need to do, we need to remove to only. That is the correct sentence. Now let us move to the next sentence. It is usually easier learning a subject by reading books than by listening to lectures. Now, whenever we have a word easier, there are two conditions. One is infinitive and another is gerund. One is infinitive and another is gerund. Now, what we do, gerunds are actually noun forms. So, whenever we need an object or the subject, we make verb as the gerund. For example, if we want a word which looks like verb, but we want it in the subject place or the object place, we write it in ing form, and that is called gerund. But infinitives are used basically as to plus verb 1, but where? If we have a situation that when we do something, now when we do something, to do something, when we do something, to do something. Now this concept we have already read in our chapter earlier, so you can revise it from there as well. So when we do something to do something, this is actually called infinitive. So in this situation, we basically use infinitives. So when we do something to do something, or when something is there for something else, there we use the part infinitive. And gerund is used just as the object or the subject. Now, if you look at this sentence carefully, it is usually easier. What is easy? Learning a subject by reading books than by listening to lectures? Or we can also use it is easy what? To learn. So this learning should be replaced with to learn. What is easy? To learn. So something is easy for what? To learn. So when there is a purpose or there is a thing for another thing, so in that case when we have something for another thing, so that is there, we in that structure we use to plus verb 1, that is infinitive. So here the error is in part B, where this learning should be replaced with to learn, and the correct sentence will be, it is easier to learn a subject. Because if I say learning is easy, then it is fine. But if I say it is usually easier what? To learn a subject. So to learn a subject is easy. So in that case, we have to use infinitive, not the gerund. So this gerund is incorrect over here. We should use infinitives. So here the error is in part B. So our answer is B. Now let us move to the question number 6. We got tired of waiting for the weather to clear and finally decided set out in the rain. Again, as I told you, when we do something to do something, we use infinitives. So here in the sentence, we got tired of waiting. So you can see of, that is a preposition. After that, we have ing form, that is fine. For the weather, for what? For the weather, that is fine, because this is noun, this is fine. To clear, so whether to clear, that is also fine. And finally decided what? Now decided is a verb over here. And what we have decided? So when we do something to do something, the structure is infinitive. And here we have decided what? What we have decided? Sit out in the rain. It means to sit out in the rain. So this, to do this thing, we have decided. So here the structure appears that when we do something to do something. So here we need an infinitive. Therefore, before set out, we need to write to. So here the error is in part D, where after decided we should write to. So here we have to use to. So our answer is D. And again, the E part is no error. So this is another part. Now let us move to the next one. Ashish keeps to ask me the time and I keep telling him to buy himself a watch. So here it is written, Ashish keeps to ask. Now, whenever we have some words like keep, avoid, risk, mind, deny, dislike, whenever we have these words, deny, dislike, or there are many more words like prevent, stop, start. So these are also some words, stop, start. Now if I say keep, now what? So there is a noun which is required, there is a subject or the object is required after the word keep, as we use the phrase keep smiling. So smiling is a gerund over there. So if it is written keep, so in this case we these words are always followed by verb with ing, and that is known as gerund. That is known as gerund. For example, avoid going there, avoid eating junk food, keep smiling. So after keep, we basically use gerund, not infinitive. This to ask should be replaced with infinitive. With the help of this to ask should be replaced with a gerund. So this to ask is incorrect over here. It should be asking. So here the correct sentence will be, Ashish keeps asking me the time and I keep telling him, as you can see over here, that after keep we have ing form, and I keep telling him to buy himself a new watch. Now let us move to the next one. I'm looking forward to go abroad soon to explore the other countries of the world. Again, whenever we have a phrase looking forward to, now these are some phrases or expressions, that is looking forward to. Also, we have a phrase given to and addicted to. So these are some expressions, addicted to, or if we have a phrase with a view to, with a view to. So whenever we have these phrases in our sentence, what we do, these should be always followed by verb with ing, and that is called gerund. That is called gerund. So just keep remember these things, that after looking forward to, we should only use verb with ing. So this go should be replaced with going. So the error is in part P, where this go should replace with going. So the correct sentence will be, I'm looking forward to going abroad soon to explore the other countries of the world. Now let us move to the next one. He expects me to answer, but I have no intention of replying at all. So he expects, what does he expect? Me to answer. So he expects for what? Me to answer. But I have no intention, but there is no intention of mine of replying. So after preposition we have ing form at all. So the entire sentence is absolutely correct. Therefore, there is no error in the sentence. So our answer is E, that is no error. Now this is question number 10. He didn't dare to leave the house because he was afraid of meet someone who might recognize him. Now I hope that you have recognized the errors so far. Here it is written he didn't dare to leave. It means he had no courage of leaving. That is fine. So up to this part, the sentence is absolutely correct. That he didn't dare to leave. What? The house. Because he was afraid of. Now what he afraid of? Meet. Now whenever we have a preposition, it should be followed by ing form that we have already read. So this meet should be replaced with meeting. So our answer is C, because here this meet should be replaced with meeting, because after a preposition we can only have ing form. So the correct sentence will be he didn't dare to leave the house because he was afraid of meeting someone who might recognize him. Now this is question number 11, where it is written, taken into consideration of the advice of his friends, he decided to stay here. Now taking into consideration, basically this phrase is incorrect over here. So our answer is A, that is taken into consideration. It should be take into consideration, or we can also write take something into consideration, or we can say taking into consideration. So this basically this phrase is incorrect. We should write take into consideration, or take the advice into consideration. So this part is incorrect over here. That is A. Now let us move to the question number 12. I have told Sushil that it will not be possible for me carry on this kind of work. So it is written not possible for me. Now what we have done, that is what is there, that it is not possible. What? To carry. So here carry bare infinitive is incorrect. It should be replaced with an infinitive. So it should be possible for me to carry. What is not possible for me? To carry on this kind of work. So here we need to add to. So here our answer is C. Now let us move to the next one. Having his breakfast finished, he rushed quickly to the station to receive the honorable guests. So whenever we have a word having or being, they should be followed by, or if either of these words have been written, they should be followed by verb third form, that is perfect participle. So perfect participle, it means that after finishing the work or after having the lunch. So participle, that is verb third form. So this finish is incorrect. It should be finished. So here the answer is A, where this finish should be replaced with finished, and the correct sentence will be having his breakfast finished, he rushed quickly to the station to receive the honorable guests. Now let us move to the next one. My friend cannot afford for buying pens this time because they are very expensive. Now if it is written my friend cannot afford, now what he cannot afford? For buying. No, for buying is incorrect. It should be to buy. So after afford we basically write infinitive. So this for buying should be replaced with to afford. Therefore the error is in part B, because this for buying is incorrect. This should be replaced with to buy. So the correct sentence will be my friend cannot afford to buy pens this time because they are very expensive. Now let us move to the next one. Now this is question number 15. He could make them accepted his proposal because he was quite familiar with their practice. Now here it is written could, which is a modal. And we know very well that any modal, it should be followed by verb first form only, where here it is written accepted, which is actually the past participle or the past form or the second form. So this accepted should be incorrect, and the correct answer should be accept. So it should be accept, and the error is in part A. So the correct sentence will be he could make them accept his proposal because he was quite familiar with their practice. Now let us move to the next one. Payal was one person who could somehow manage to working in that section for such a long time. As I told you before as well, that after a preposition we can only use verb with ing except to. because after to we can only have verb first form, that is infinitive. So here this working is incorrect, it should be replaced with work. So our error is on part B, where this working should be replaced with work, that is to work. So the correct sentence will be Payal was one person who could somehow manage to work in that section for such a long time. So remember always that if there is word manage, attempt, seize, afford, uh, decide, these words are always followed by infinitives. Now let us move to the next one. This is question number 17. My mother made the servant to complete the entire work. I told you earlier as well that whenever we have the word make or made, it should be followed by bare infinitives, that is first form without to. So to will not be used there. So this to is incorrect over here. Therefore, the error is in part P, where we have to remove to. So the correct sentence will be my mother made the servant complete the entire work. Now let us move to the next one. Well, we have already discussed these concepts in our chapter of non-finite verbs. So you can read them from there as well. In about 5 minutes, they would cover the distance from the road to the point where the waves would begin lick their feet. Again, where the waves would begin. So whenever we have something to which is initiating something else. So here, whenever we have the word start or begin, what we do, we have the following verb in ing form. So this lick should be replaced with licking. So the error is in part D, where this lick should be replaced with the word licking. So the correct answer is in about 5 minutes, they would cover the distance from the road to the point where the waves would begin licking their feet, because they will initiate that particular work and they will be doing that particular work. So let us move to the next one. Now, this is question number 19. The chairman has refused not to sanction the required funds for the project. Now, basically, what is the meaning of refused? To deny, or to, you can say, to say no. So, refused itself is a negative word. It means to say no or to deny. There is no need to write not again. Refused not to sanction will be incorrect. It should be refused to sanction, because refused itself is a negative word. Now, here the answer is B, where this not word is incorrect. The correct sentence will be the chairman has refused to sanction the required funds for the project. Now let us move to the next one. That is 20 question. The king did not mind for putting the old people to death because he was young himself. So again, if it is written mind, after mind we can only have gerund form. And if the verb is in gerund form, we need not write this for. So the correct answer is B, where this for should be removed. The king did not mind putting. So that will be the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. That is question number 21. After having worked for 5 years in a private firm, Karan got down to preparing for various bank entrance examinations. Now here it is written, after having work. As I have already told you that whenever we have the word having, being, and after that we have a verb, that should be in verb third form, that is past participle, sorry, perfect participle. So this work should be incorrect and it should be replaced with the worked. And the correct sentence will be, after having worked for 5 years in a private firm, Karan got down to preparing. Now, got down to is actually a phrase which is always followed by ing form. Therefore, here preparing word is correct. It is not incorrect because of the preposition to, because it is not actually the preposition to, it is a phrase that is got down to. As we have read some expressions like given to, addicted to, looking forward to, with a view to. So it is similar to that. So your preparing word is correct. Now let us move to the next one. So here our answer is A, where work should replace with worked. Now let us move to the question number 22. Being a rainy day, we did not feel like going out or doing anything except playing chess in our room. So being a rainy day. Now whenever the sentence begins with the word being, it means this noun or this pronoun are same. But here it is not the concept. If we are writing being a rainy day, it means we are a rainy day, or this person, that we are talking about is a rainy day, but it is not correct. So here rainy day is talked about the day only. Therefore here before being we should use it. So the correct answer should be it being a rainy day. Before being we should use the word it. So it being a rainy day, we did not feel like going out or doing anything except playing chess in our room. So if this sentence begins with the word being, what we need to do, there is a trick. You have to look for these two words. The clause which is beginning with the word being, the and word of that clause, or the beginning of the next clause and the beginning word of that particular clause. Are these same? If these are same, then the sentence is correct. If these are not same, then the sentence is incorrect. We need to write something before the word being. Now let us move to the next one. That is question number 23. Graduates have experience in the IIT industry are in great demand in the finance sector. It means we are talking about those graduates who have experience. So here if I say graduates have experience, this is only subject plus verb plus object concept. But here we are not talking about graduates have experience. Instead we are saying graduates who have experience. Therefore this have merely written is incorrect. We should say graduates having experience, because we are talking about those graduates who have experience. So here the error is in part A. This is not actually the simple sentence. In fact, we are talking about the entire part is the subject, graduates having experience in IT industry. So this is actually the subject. Here graduates only is not the subject. Graduates having experience in the IT industry is the subject. So this entire noun phrase, or the you can say the entire phrase, is actually the subject. Are in great demand. So this is verb and this is the entire part of the sentence. Now let us move to the next question. That is question number 24. The children said they would starve rather than to surrender in front of the terrorists. Now whenever we write rather than, we cannot use to. It should be only first form. So after rather than, after better, we can only use verb first form. So the error is in part C, that is then to surrender. So it should be then surrender. So to should be removed from there. Now let us move to the last question, that is question number 25. Rakesh does not know to swim, so he is afraid of water. So this is very, very simple. Now look at this word. This is afraid of, but this is noun. So it should not be in ing form. Whenever we have know or learn, and after that we have verb, it should be not like to swim. We should write know how to swim. Whenever we have a word know or how, know or learn, and after this we have a verb with to plus verb 1 in infinitive form, we should use the word how before these. This is the rule, that know how to swim or learn how to swim. So this is the error in part B, where we should use how before the word know. So these were some errors related to non-finite verbs that have appeared, or similar questions have appeared in IBPS clerk examination. So I hope these questions will definitely help you out while preparing non-finite verbs for your examination. Thanks to you.